This is a glimpse into my life. Life with Eric.
Eric's here.
And I'm Kiley.
And I'm Eric.
Okay, I think we know who you are.
Oh.
So I feel deceived.
Really? Why? That was a weird one.
Because, we have a 13-year age gap. I met you in your 40s. You've always just been older. Now that I'm in my 40s, it's not cool. Like, nobody warns you.
Who says 40s are cool?
Right.
Nobody.
Right. But, I didn't expect the weird changes of life that happen in 40.
You're sore?
No, not like that. Mainly, it's kind of like I was talking to my best friend the other day, and it's like, oh, how have we gone from what'd you do this weekend? How's your hangover? Did you die?
How's your hangover?
To oh, what procedures are you having this week, or what doctor's appointments do you have?
You're already talking about that stuff?
Yes.
God.
How did the procedure go? It's kind of bullshit.
You kind of just had a procedure, and so did Allie just had a procedure.
Right.
Yeah, I never thought about that.
A handful of other people.
When you get to my age, you have procedures all the time.
Right. I wasn't prepared for this.
I got teeth snapping left and right.
Okay, that's a whole other...
That's a whole other problem.
Right. I don't know if that's an age thing or just...
Maybe I just get all my teeth pulled and just get false teeth.
Just get some dentures.
You can call me Gumby.
They'd love you in prison.
Gumby.
Sorry.
What? That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
Would they not?
I'm sure they would.
Yeah.
I mean, big hit. That's how I'd survive.
Right.
How would I? Yeah, okay. I'm not even gonna.
You're getting real thinking about this.
What the hell is
which
that?
I'm not
Where did
sure.
that come from?
I'm not sure why you're thinking about that.
I have no idea, but that struck me the wrong way. I'll tell you
Your
that.
response struck me the wrong way.
Last week our cheers was Happy Easter, and
Right.
basically we're doing this podcast, and tomorrow is Easter.
Right.
Do you like Easter?
Yeah.
Or do you care?
I guess I like Easter. I don't know.
I mean, we always go to brunch with your family.
Right. Yeah.
It's always nice to go to brunch and get a buffet.
Yes.
We don't do buffets very often.
We never do a buffet.
No, never.
Never.
Maybe
so
we're
I
at a
guess.
hotel and they have a buffet, but whenever you go to buffet, when I was you want to stop doing my leg? When I was
You're shaking glasses, honey.
sorry. When I was younger, when you're a kid, you go to buffet and you load up 18 strips of bacon, bunch of omelets, everything on your plate, and you keep eating. Eating. But now, when you're adult, I just get a modest plate. Maybe
You do?
Maybe I'll get one thing of extra thing, but but it's definitely probably not worth the price of the brunch.
I don't think that I eat enough for a price of a brunch
Not even
ever.
You
or
might
of a
drink enough
buffet
champagne
ever.
though.
Right, I'll drink it.
Is this
I can
brunch for
drink
going
it.
to do champagne? Probably. Huh?
I have no idea.
I would assume, right?
I don't. You probably have to buy it. I'm sure it's extra.
Don't most brunches include champagne brunch?
Not at the water bar.
Oh, really?
No,
You think they should? I think they should.
they don't.
For as matter that probably costs, they should.
Right,
But
correct, but they don't.
oh, okay. But anyway, brunch is always fun to go to on
Yeah,
Easter.
I
And you get a
love
little
the
dressed
variety.
up in the morning and stuff like that.
Yeah.
When we were kids, we used to always just look. My mom used to hide the eggs all around. And,
Right.
did you ever leave a shoe out?
No.
Ever heard of that?
No.
So for Easter, we have to leave one of our shoes out. I'd have a Vans. I leave a Van
I
tennis shoe
heard of
out.
that on Christmas, not Easter.
No, Easter. My mom would
weird.
have us leave a shoe out.
That's weird. She's combining holidays.
And yeah, and our basket but our stuff would be. We didn't really get baskets. We kind of got things
In a shoe,
kind of around our shoe.
because your shoes are that big.
But I think if you look it up in the history, they used to leave a clog or something.
Yeah.
out.
For Christmas. That's a Dutch thing, I think.
Well, we did it for Easter. I
Yeah,
don't know. Call my mom. I swear we did it for
I
Easter.
think that's
maybe
a weird
I'm,
one.
Maybe I'm just ass backwards. I don't know.
I think that you are.
Yeah. When Skylar was a little baby, we'd go to Easter brunch, and they used to always have an Easter bunny there.
There's always Easter bunny there.
I know. I bet you today, and she's 23 years
Doesn't
old.
dig an Easter
She's
bunny.
still scared of the Easter bunny. She used to scream bloody murder with the
A
Easter.
lot of kids don't like an Easter
And she was
bunny.
fine at Disneyland and stuff, but the Easter bunny, the giant
That'd
bunny
be
was
weird.
the
I
one.
mean, she likes an animal, so that one's kind of a weird one.
Yeah, I wonder if now she has any anxiety about
About
an
an Easter bunny?
a live Easter bunny,
I don't know.
coming to get her or whatever. I don't know. I don't know
Gotta
what
ask her.
Yeah, well, we'll ask her. We're talking to her tomorrow. She's in Hawaii, going to be spending. She's like, I don't really care about Easter, but if she was here, she cares. She likes
Right.
candy
Well,
and
you were
stuff.
telling me that, but she
She'll be
hasn't.
missed.
She hasn't spent an Easter with us in 5
yeah,
years.
we always send stuff
So-
to her or do whatever. This year we did. Hawaii is hard, so we'll kind of do
I don't
Easter
think we
with her.
sent anything to her in Newport. Not gonna lie.
We did. We sent
We
some,
did?
but then it got lost in the mail and it was all
Oh,
melted when it got
yeah.
there. And we sent her candy, which you could have just got at the store or whatever.
Right.
But we tried. So what are you going to do? We almost were going to have a baby this Easter. Not me and you, but
not me and
Tanner
you.
and Allie.
Possibly. You seem to think it's going to happen on Easter. I do not.
The due date was on the 18th. Nothing's happening. So it could come anytime between now and the 20th. It could be anytime in the next week or whatever. But the 20th is tomorrow, and that happens to be Allie's birthday too. And
which I don't think it's coming that day.
I don't think so either. They'd be kind of in the hospital right now.
Correct.
Probably, or something
unless
like
she
that.
Has a very fast birth.
Yeah. So.
But I don't think it's happening on the 20th.
Can you believe I'm going to be a grandpa and you're going to be
I cannot.
What are you going to be then? You'll be a grandma, I guess. Step grandma or something. I don't know what you call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to be Papa Eric.
Apparently, I was listening to a podcast, and it's like a trend now. Like the hot step grandma is like a thing.
Oh, that's good.
Right. I was like, well, I'm going to hit that trend then.
Hot step grandma. HSG.
Oh, so I was like, okie dokes.
That's cool.
So
yeah, I'll just be the old
I got
Papa.
That going for me.
I'll just be the
I
old
don't know
Papa.
if I call you old per se.
No, people always say you're
going
to be
to those
grandpa?
doctor's appointments, and you will be. But
I keep busting my teeth. I'm going to be.
Oosh.
I'll be. According to you, I'm going to be in prison sucking.
I didn't say that.
You implied
I
it.
said you're going. I said they would love you there.
Yeah, they got a Gumby.
Just stop
Gumby.
paying the taxes for a couple years, and you'll be fine.
Right? Yeah. There we go. We used to go to church during Lent season, but we kind of been skipping a little bit.
Right. You've been a little sleepy in the mornings, and I've been letting you sleep.
I know. Thank you.
Sure.
Yeah, sure. Do you sleep too? There you go.
No, I don't. Depends.
Oh, you don't? You read your book.
I read.
We don't know. We're not going to talk about reading right now. That's for sure. The priest of the church, though, when Matt was here,
yes,
Matt was going to church with my parents. And so those of you that aren't Catholic or whatever, they have a gospel, and they read the gospel, and then they usually have they have a sermon after the gospel that
relates
to the reading of the gospel. So Matt has to do a lot of speaking in India and stuff, and a lot of times he uses ChatGPT to help write the sermons or whatever. So Matt does a lot of stuff with the gospel and everything too.
They do?
Yes.
Oh.
And so he whispers to my dad in church, I saw this story on ChatGPT.
Oh.
So Matt says, the priest definitely put the gospel into there and give me a twist on this. So I think when the priest was there, when I went to church with my parents.
You think he did it again?
I think
he does it every week?
I think he said, I got a telescope. And I live in Nevada now, and I look at the clear skies. But if I go to Vegas, the skies are blurry because I can't see all the stars.
You don't think he made that up?
I think he got that on ChatGPT, the priest.
Welcome to 95% of the population.
Right. That one Indian priest at church, though, he doesn't matter if you ChatGPT or what, you can't understand him.
He's a little mumbly.
Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee.
Well.
Blessed are thou among women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus.
Did that guy do Nooni's Rosary? I think he did.
God, yeah. Pray for the sinners now at the hour of death. Like my dad, I was doing that to my dad the other day. He was cracking up. He goes, I can't understand anything.
You do it quite well.
Yeah. Holy Mary, Mother of God.
Okay, you have to keep doing it.
That's what he sounds like. He's kind of mumbles his word. Nicest guy, though. Nicest priest. And I tell him, good job.
You do.
The new priest there is kind of a younger guy.
Your mom's obsessed.
My mom loves this guy.
Obsessed.
But I don't know where he's from. I can't remember, but he has an accent, almost like a Romanian accent.
No,
or
he's not Romanian, I don't think. But something like that.
Yugoslavian, Romanian. But he speaks with a heavy accent, but very clear, very articulate, and very slow.
Oh.
So it really,
you could understand
it's really, really engaging.
Oh, okay.
The way he speaks.
I have never been to a mass with him.
I have to take a lesson.
He did bless Nora, though.
Oh, he did?
Nora,
you bless Nora.
I don't.
Look at her look at me.
He doesn't talk like that.
Oh, he doesn't?
No.
I can't think how he talks. But
that's not it.
Yeah.
It's not the right accent.
My brother Matt talks like, and Amma came there to 7-Eleven.
Are we doing accents this podcast? Is that where this is going?
Yes.
Okay.
But anyway, that guy talks real slow. So my mom, he was talking about the telescope in church. My mom and dad have this real expensive older telescope they don't use. So my mom
just donated it to him?
She's mad at my dad for not bringing the telescope now. But I said, why don't you take a picture of the telescope? Ask the priest if he actually wants it. What if he doesn't really want it?
What if he's just part of his sermon?
I guarantee it was, yeah.
He's like, I don't give a shit about the stars.
So 2 or 3 weeks, Matt says, ChatGPT, there's only so many variations you can do with the sermon, but they give you stories. But I never thought about that. That's what I would do. Why not?
Why not?
They give you an idea of a sermon or whatever.
Right. No one else is really looking that up.
Yep. I know. Do you know who definitely...
Oh, you needed to throw that in there? That was not planned.
Use ChatGPT?
Well.
These guys.
This segment of Life with Eric is brought to you by
430 National,
Great American Storage,
America,
and Reno Yard.
For all your outdoor storage needs.
I think I might have seen these guys in a medical waiting room.
In a medical, you saw those two hillbillies in a medical waiting room? What do you mean?
So let me ask you a question. When you go to most medical offices and in a waiting room, what do you normally see?
Usually you see old people sitting around.
Okay.
And you see everybody's looking at like a magazine or their phone. Usually nowadays their phone.
Okay.
Like I just went to the dermatologist.
Yeah.
No one was looking at a magazine. There's 5 people in there all looking at their phone.
Okay.
And then you got the couple receptionists behind the desk.
Yeah. Were any of the people in the waiting room like a couple, like a husband and wife?
Yes.
What were they doing?
They're both looking at their phone. There's 5 people. They're all looking at their phone.
Because you want to know the couple that I saw were doing?
Kissing?
Making out.
No, bullshit.
Full on
you lie.
making out.
In your waiting room at work?
Yep.
How old were they?
Like 30.
Oh, they're 30. That's cool.
I don't care how old you are. You don't make out in a waiting room?
Why not?
Who does that?
I would.
No, you would not.
If my lover wanted to.
You would not. You get embarrassed if I touch your leg.
Yeah, because you never touch my crotch or something in public. But no, I wouldn't. I mean, like a peck kiss?
No. Tongue. Multiple times. Different occasions.
Why they're waiting to get their eyes checked?
Correct.
That's weird.
Yes.
Was everybody watching them?
Yes.
And laughing kind of?
Yes.
And they were all over each other. Were they married?
Yes.
Wow. That's pretty good, though. They're married. Were they just recently married?
I have no idea.
You should have asked them.
Okay. Excuse me. How long have you been married? Just want to know, like, how long the flame stays alive.
Yeah. Is this like a first-year thing? Or is this... Are
we in the honeymoon stage?
Are you in year 5? This is incredible.
Hence why you're making out in front of that 75-year-old woman?
Right. Was the people in the waiting room looking at him?
Yeah. Everybody was looking at them.
Now, if I was a 70, 80-year-old person in your waiting room, I would love that.
No, you would not.
I would just stare at them.
I think they're making people uncomfortable.
Like, were they sitting in the chairs?
No, they would sit in the chairs. They were standing and moved around. And moved around the waiting room / office.
Wow. Were they good looking?
No, the guy
That's
had a mullet and a weird mustache.
Right. But why were they in your office in their 30s? All your patients are old.
Not all.
Who was the patient? The man or the woman?
The woman.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah.
That's nice, though. Maybe he thought...
It's not nice.
Yeah, maybe he just...
Nope.
Nope. Who knows what happens?
You don't make out in a waiting room. Unless you're dying at the ER. Then that's fine.
I was listening to Nick Vile and I was listening to Nick Vile and he was saying his wife, he goes, I was so turned on for my wife.
At the waiting room?
No. He wasn't in a waiting room. He was just at home. But I said, maybe she did something that turned him on in the waiting room. Like,
I don't know about that.
Really turned him on in the waiting room. I don't know. Maybe there's some kind of signal. But anyway, what he did, he was just in the other room, and they were waiting for a rug to be delivered. Mm-hmm. And she called, and the UPS guy didn't deliver the rug. Says, "Oh, it's going to be on some delivery, but it's in our warehouse, and we don't have. It's on one of those secondhand delivery companies.
Oh, yeah.
And it can't fit in the cart.
Wow.
So anyway, she's like, reprimanding them a little bit. Saying, no, I've been waiting. It's 3 days late.
Oh, geez.
And just put it in your car and drive it over to me. You know what I mean? Don't put it in the delivery truck. Drive it over. Or where's your warehouse? I'll pick it up.
Yeah.
They said you can't pick it up.
Yeah, they won't let you pick them up.
So she says, well, I need to talk to somebody else.
Yeah.
He says,
this
sorry,
is unacceptable.
Sorry, I can't do that. So do you know that...
You're like shaking these bottles.
So do you know that there's words... Like, they can't take you to their supervisor unless you say a certain word.
Oh, like a trigger word?
Yeah. And so she's like, no, I need to talk to somebody. I need to talk to somebody above you. Sorry, ma'am. Sorry about this. And he's like, well, who do you need to talk to? Who do you need to talk to? And she goes, I need to talk to your manager. He goes, that's the word I needed. Okay, I'll put you right through. They have to say manager. They can't just say this. And so she ended up
good to know.
reprimanded him. And he said, I don't know what my wife was doing. I was so turned on.
Everybody loved it.
Because she was, hammering this guy. And it was and so I came in there and I'm like, hey, baby.
And she's like,
hey,
leave
baby.
me alone. I'm yelling at the UPS.
And she's like, what? And he's like, I'm so turned on right now because you're yelling at the, there was
the
a
weird
UPS.
things that turn a guy on.
What are the secondhand delivery, like the third
I know,
company?
yeah.
You usually drive like an old van, like a DHL or something like that, or something you don't get your package on time or whatnot.
Yes.
Yeah, so but my point is maybe something happened in your waiting room, like a certain look or a batting of an eye or something. I don't know what happened. In
a waiting room?
Maybe
at a doctor's
maybe
appointment?
they just found out they're having a baby on their phone and got a text or something.
Nope, we asked that question.
Oh, you did? Like, what are you guys celebrating? We're celebrating nothing. We're just making out.
I mean, I've obviously done like a rogue makeout, with you, but it's been like at a bar.
Like at a bar, we're kind of drunk, yeah.
Right. Not like, hey, honey, you cracked a tooth. Let's make out.
Right. So that could literally happen.
To your next dentist appointment, I'm coming. We're just gonna make out in the waiting room
until my tooth falls out. Then I'll go in. When they went in, the girl was the patient. Did the guy come in with her?
Yes.
And they went in the patient room. So you saw them after in their room. Were they making out in the exam room?
I don't know. I didn't follow them that long.
What if you open the door? And
we don't leave. We don't close the door.
Oh, but what if you walked in there and the doctor and the two were all making out?
Ew.
Or having like a weird threesome thing happening in the office.
The doctor's never alone with patients.
Oh, they can't be because they fondle a patient or something like that. You can't fondle patients doing eyes.
Right. And they're needy. They need
the patients that fondle patients are the ones that like pull wisdom teeth.
The patients that fondle patients.
The doctor. Patients
they knock you out. Or patients that fondle patients are in my waiting room.
In your waiting room, yeah. The patient, the ones that the ones that kind of knock you out that are like you pull wisdom teeth.
Right. You're asleep.
They tell the assistant, "Hey,
I need this.
Yeah,
can you
go out to get me lunch?"
No, they would never do that. But it's like, oh, you ran? Could you go grab and do this? So that's like you got to do it real quick there. That's like a quick boob grab or something.
No, there was that dentist.
That was a long time ago. The times have changed.
I don't think you can ever be alone with a patient.
No, they don't like.
That's beyond HIPAA law. That's beyond the HIPAA law.
That's not what HIPAA is, honey. HIPAA is your personal information.
Oh, personal information.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
that's just the ethical code there. And it's just so doctors probably just don't get sued. There's a second set of eyes to always be like,
yeah, no, he didn't. He actually didn't say this, or he didn't do this, or
yep. Or every once in a while, like a patient will be like, "Can I talk to you alone?" And you can tell that the doctors are like, "Well, can she stay?" And they're like, "No." But it's like we're like, now we want to know what you're talking about, so we'll listen outside the door.
Right, they want to talk about private,
something stupid.
I didn't put on my form that I had STDs or something like that.
Well, we're like, also we're going to put it in your chart, and then we all know anyways. So.
Oh yeah, once you put it in the chart, yeah.
But that's what HIPAA is. We don't talk about that. Mm-hmm. You do say that.
Do you get patients in there that sound so good?
No.
Like this.
You sound so good.
With this nasally old voice?
Yes, but it's so clean.
That's why we use Fibonacci Sound Studio, located in Reno, Nevada, led by an Emmy-nominated audio producer.
Fibonacci specializes in voiceovers and voice recordings for games, television, and film production.
So you're saying, if Fibonacci can make my nasally voice sound this good,
then anybody else's will sound like music to your ears.
For more information or to book an audio session, go to FibonacciSoundStudio.com.
Or call 775-357-8580.
Yeah, so you remember a couple weeks back when I had the battle with a blower?
Yes.
The blower was spinning around. We got a couple comments on social media saying,
God, I wish I had a video of that
wish I would have had video
Me too.
of that, or
Me too.
that happens or whatever else too. But I actually do got to start the blower up and blow some shit. So
I need to get a video of this. Do you look like a Ghostbuster?
Yeah, speaking of that, you got a video of me or a picture of me squatting down fixing the sprinklers.
I did.
And I have a butt crack problem, and so
you do.
You just my underwear hanging out wasn't too bad.
Not too bad for you. Pretty conservative.
Did that turn you on? Like me fixing the sprinklers like that? Did you want to come over and make out with me?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, so I saw you fixing sprinklers. I probably.
I know.
Hey,
I enjoyed watching it, but I didn't feel like making out with you.
I had the sawzall.
Right? Yeah, that one didn't do it for me.
Yeah, I'm running the saws all over there, vibrating my arms off of there.
Right.
I had to cut that thicker plastic. There was a bigger, thicker plastic pipe around the tube, so I had to cut that without cutting the other tube. So I was doing surgery basically on the sprinklers, but I fixed it.
Good job.
I did it. And then I'm doing my own lawn and everything this year.
You
I had to
borrow the landscaper.
I had to borrow my dad's electric lawnmower, and he's so impressed by this thing because it what do you call that? It goes by itself.
It's like
self-propelled.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It's kind of good because you don't have to push it. For my dad, his shoulder and everything.
Yeah, but then does it just start going and you have to like run after it?
Well, you have to push the button. You have to hold the clamp. And then if you don't want it to go, you pick it up and put it on its front wheels. Don't go. It's only the back propeller wheels.
Did you know that I've never mowed a lawn?
Well, you can try.
I'm not sure if I want to.
Yeah, we'll see.
I've gone this many years. Why start now?
Right. You can watch me. So I borrowed my dad's electric lawnmower. It's kind of nice. Yeah. And so you just hop on my back, make out.
Hop on your back?
Yeah. While I mow the
Whisper
lawn.
in your ear, sweet nothings.
Nice going, baby.
I like the way you cut that grass.
Yeah. Mow it. Mow it down.
Trim that hedge.
Yeah, trim that grass. Wait till I get the weed eater out.
Oh, boy. Yikes.
Yes, my dad's electric lawnmower. And it has the batteries. You don't put gas in it, obviously. Right. And it's pretty nice because you don't have to deal with all that shit.
Yes, I'm a little leery about this, only because we have a lot of electronic things in our home and they all break.
Right.
Actually, they don't tend to break. The chargers break.
Right. So I'm going to set up a spot. Like I said, I'm going to set up a spot for a charging station somewhere.
My very clean.
No, I'm going to do it in the garage.
Okay. You're not going to destroy
a couple of the
shed?
shelves in the garage. I'm going to make 2 charging shelves.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Okay.
Clean up your shit.
Okay. Just saying. Nothing else will be in order, but those charging station will be in order.
I know. I don't even touch those shelves. It's ridiculous.
Right. So I'm gonna do that's my mission probably this weekend or Monday or whatever. I'm gonna do that so I can get the batteries all set. My dad has it kind of all set up like that. And it's kind of nice.
Your dad does a lot more, puts things away. I've noticed.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
My mom doesn't. No way.
I believe that.
My mom just shoves everything in a drawer or a closet.
I do. I believe that. I feel like that happened to something. She's like, "Oh, the maids are coming. You just shoved it in here," and I'm like, well, that's the worst place to shove it ever, but okay.
Yeah, it works for her.
If it works for her, yep.
Yeah. So anyway, we had to go. We have to Home Depot today, and we bought because I can't.
This is like the second time we've been to Home Depot.
I know.
This week,
I can't keep.
God bless it.
Home Depot's brutal. I can't keep my dad's lawnmower borrowing it, so I just borrowed it one time to try the electric deal out. It worked good. We went and got one and an electric edger too.
Can't wait.
So we don't have that much lawn. We have like 1,200 square feet of lawn. It's not that big.
I know. You were like, "Is this lawnmower too small?" And I'm like, "We literally have a patch of lawn."
Well, I mean, it's still a little lumpy and stuff.
I don't think you need to get a big one where you do one strip and you're done.
Right.
Like that's what you're looking at. I'm like, you can walk back and forth 5 times.
Right,
I think it's okay.
Yeah. So it's gonna be really interesting mowing the lawn.
It is gonna be. I've never seen you mow a lawn.
I've been talking about lawnmowers for about 4 weeks now.
Yes.
And
and also the fact that you aerated the lawn with my ski poles.
Because I couldn't do the aerating thing, So, and I just saw on the internet today, there's a thing you can step on.
Where are my ski poles at right now?
Outside.
Yeah, because you haven't put them away.
Yeah, like you're gonna go skiing.
Do you put them away still?
I know. I'm still gonna aerate. I'm still gonna aerate, dear.
I'm gonna aerate you.
Yeah. And then make out with me. Yeah. That's perfect.
If you put my ski poles away, I might make out with you.
I'm gonna go right now.
That is more attractive to me.
I'll go put them away. Fine. But so now on my feed, when I Facebook or Instagram, whatever, all I get is and Facebook Marketplace use lawnmowers and mowers.
And
everything's an effing mower or an aerator. A step-on aerator because I've been talking about aerating the lawn too. So I'm just like a lawn.
We have some really interesting conversations over dinner. It's great.
Yeah, we talk about the lawn.
While I read and pretend to listen. You wonder why I read at dinner.
Right. Talking about lawns.
I can't hear about the lawn anymore.
I don't want to hear about your lawn or your broken teeth. It's getting old.
Oh, the teeth I've been dealing with for decades.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I talk about my mower. You talk about your procedures.
Oh, I did go to the dermatologist this week. And
you got zapped the shit, man.
I actually thought it was 1.5 years, but it had been like 2.5 years.
Since you've been there last?
Yep. And I for sure was like, I have this mole that came in hot. It's dark. It's coming. It's getting sliced off.
By the way, I looked at it and said it's fine.
Well, so I was like, went into the appointment ready to be like, I am getting this possibly cancerous mole taken off.
I got Jerry under my armpit. This thing looks like a
I know, but you've had it forever, though. This is brand new, came in hot.
Yeah.
And it was growing and everything. So I was like, fuck.
But if it's not jet black and really irregular, then it's fine. And
I was convinced that they were going to test it.
Right.
So I went in knowing I'm getting a mole removed today.
Yeah, you kept saying, I'm going to get this sliced out. I know it. Yep.
But I did not. And I don't know if I'm more upset the fact that it wasn't a cancerous mole or that I'm growing, quote unquote, from the dermatologist, barnacles.
Is that what they call it?
That's what she calls them.
It looked like a mole to me.
She calls them barnacles, like little growths that grow on a fucking ship.
So it's not a mole.
No, it's not a mole. It's just a weird, gross growth. So I don't know if I maybe may want the cancerous mole instead of a barnacle.
I think your dad has a lot of barnacles.
He does.
So
it
might
is a genetic thing.
But you don't have them on your face or anything.
Thank God. But Aislinn has them too. So she literally froze off, I'm going to say 15 barnacles.
It's kind of like SpongeBob SquarePants.
Right. I know. So I'm like, I don't know which is worse, the 99 barnacles or the one mole that I might have. I don't know.
Right. Well, the barnacles, they just freeze off.
I know, but
they
it's
take
gross.
that little blowtorch and
How do you touch me?
What?
Do you feel the barnacles?
I don't even notice a barnacle.
Okay, that's good.
I never, Never even noticed a barnacle or even thought about a barnacle. I don't mind. I'm not.
TMI, there was like one on my boob. You didn't even notice it.
Right. She zapped it on your boob?
Yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. That's interesting.
And last time, too. Apparently, it's just... Yep.
Yeah. She didn't zap anything on me last time I went. But I have to go every 6 months now, so...
Well, that's because you pick too much and turn your pickies into cancer.
Yeah, that's lovely. Who does that?
I know. She was talking to me, and she was, like, explaining, things. Like, if we pick things, they can turn. She's like, oh, wait, you know that. You
yeah.
You
know
live
that.
with a picker. I'm like, uh-huh, sure do.
Yeah. I'm like her number one picker.
Oh, I 100% believe that.
Gosh,
who picks something until it turns into cancer?
Not me, because I don't. It didn't say it was cancer.
Yes, she did too.
Could be or something.
No, it was 100% cancer.
Basal cells or something like that. But she was fine.
She said that she cut all the margins off.
Yeah.
But she had to cut the cancer out of you. I like how you're in denial that it was cancer.
I don't know. I don't believe it was cancer.
It was. I listened to the message.
Oh, okay.
100% was cancer.
Oh, I didn't take it like that. I was like, oh,
you
okay, I guess it's okay.
You picked it so much that you made the cells irregular. So you physically caused the cancer.
Oh my God. That's so bad.
So bad.
I gotta stop doing that.
You gotta stop doing that.
I know. It's horrible. Who does that?
At least you don't have barnacles.
Yeah, barnacles. If I had as many barnacles as you, I would nonstop be drinking this.
Oh.
Honey, guess what time it is?
Happy hour?
Yep, I made your favorite Juicy Tits Vodka cocktail.
Fantastic. Thanks, babe. Love you.
And I love you. And your Juicy Tits.
Go to juicytitsvodka.com to get your own bottle of Juicy Tits, where life is the party. So now I just have a bunch of burn marks.
Yeah, they get like little blisters.
Mine
like
don't
when
get
when I got
blisters.
those zapped like that, they would blister up,
Mine
and
did it.
then I was a picker me was popping the blisters.
Oh, mine just look like dark and scabby.
Yeah, that'll be fine. They'll go away real quick. Your neck, I'm looking at your neck right now. Looks pretty good, actually.
I had some skin tags.
You had like 4 of on your neck.
Because I wear my necklace all the time.
This
and
lady
it
just went to town with this. It almost looks like a blowtorch, but it's like a icy.
It's nitrogen.
It stings for it.
It does have a bite.
Yeah, it's not that bad, but
no, it's fine. It's worth it. It's worth the pain to get them off.
Right.
I know because she's all nice at first, like, oh, do you want me to get this one? She's like, well, there's a couple more. Do you want me to get them? I'm like, yes, just get them.
And then she goes to town.
Well, it's like once she knows that like you're fine with her zapping whatever, she just goes.
Yeah, go to town. You're like, whoa, I didn't know you were
I know. I'm like, while you're here, just
I didn't
go.
know you were going to get 30 of them.
Yeah, I'll take it. It's fine. It's not bathing suit season yet.
Right. Anyway, last week on the podcast, that's what I was getting at.
Oh, okay.
I posted a thing, and we got a lot of view. I just posted it on YouTube and then posted on Instagram about that little kid we were talking. I said looks like Chunk on the Goonies.
Oh yeah.
Last week, like a couple thousand views, like real
Stop
fast.
It.
Yeah, it's great. Like people must like the Goonies or something. I just mentioned the Goonies, but
people like to make fun of kids.
Little Chunk, man. That kid was funny.
That kid was funny. He's going to be a great athlete
really funny.
also with his
and
little
then
feet.
people like the post you did for me, chopping bushes, fixing sprinklers.
Bushes. Oh, what I said was watching my landscaper.
I think maybe I put a hole in the sprinkler line when I was chopping the bushes.
I know for a fact you tried to blame Nora for a hot second. I'm like, it's not. Is there a teeth mark in it? Is it not, or is it a straight cut? That's your option.
It's like a weird slice in there.
Yeah,
so I think
Nora doesn't have a slicey teeth. She's got gnarly teeth.
Yeah. Last week we had to go to Home Depot. I had to get a fucking part to do that too. If anybody wants any hats or glasses or wine glasses, hit us up for a Life with Eric hat. It's summertime. Our hats look good in the summer. They're kind of
they're kind of bright.
They're kind of beachy. So that's good.
I feel like when you become your own landscaper is when you start making a lot of trips to Home Depot.
Right. Sprinkler parts. I have a whole bucket of sprinkler parts, but
like literally even twice this week, and you're like, man, I need a bolt for the chair.
I got to go back. I need a bolt for the friggin' lounge chair.
Yeah. Good
God.
Lord. No wonder Home Depot makes a killing.
Today we went to Home Depot. It's packed. Then we said, oh, we need to get the kids some candy for the kids, River and Gianna, some candy because they're coming over for dinner tomorrow night.
Yes,
they're going to other stuff in the morning, then come over at night. And so we were like, let's go get them some candy. So where do we go? We go to Walmart.
It was the closest
the day
place
before Easter. Who does that?
I literally parked in the
you were
farthest
so
parking
grumpy
spot
at Walmart.
I don't think it was Walmart. I think I just was generally the errands.
You just didn't want to do.
I didn't really feel like running
we went
errands.
to the store together. We went to Home Depot together.
I didn't really feel like making dinner, which I'm going to have to go do.
Oh, do you want to go out?
Nope.
We can go out.
Nope, I'm settled on it.
We were going to make fajitas here, but that sounds good to me. But
it's not as fun when you make dinner 7 days a week. Just saying.
Right? Did I make dinner?
No.
Last week I made dinner.
You did not make dinner this week. Last week.
Okay, I'll make it tonight.
That's a lie.
Why don't we just do it together? I've actually been cleaning up dinner a lot, though, too. I don't know if
Only
you
because I
noticed
was
that.
on the phone with my mom.
Oh.
That's the night you cleaned up dinner.
But still. On Thursday, I went out to dinner with my parents. On Thursday, I went out to dinner with my parents. Then you went to a work.
I did.
A work dinner. Yeah. Kylie's been doing these work dinners.
I have been.
I know. It's a pain.
I don't have to cook, which is nice, but I have to like socialize with people I do not know.
Right. But that's good. You're good at that. For
I
your business.
For being as like introverted as I am.
Yeah, but you know your mission there is your mission there is to woo them.
I like hate talking to people I don't know, and like I hate going into situations I don't know people. Like it's definitely an anxiety for me.
Yeah, but you have your work people.
I
with
like
you.
to show up late to things because it's like eases my anxiety.
Right.
But yeah, once I'm like in it, I do well with them.
Yeah, like you know your mission. You have to woo them and make them want to use your company.
Right.
Yeah, so that's good. You know what you're doing.
I guess.
But whilst.
Look at you using that big word.
Whilst.
I've been using that word a lot.
You have?
I have.
Really?
I don't know why.
But while you were at the dinner, I said, I'm just going to watch something light that Kylie probably wouldn't want to watch. And I'll start this movie. This is a
weird one that you chose.
Yeah, so I choose this movie on Netflix that just came out called The Life List.
Yes.
And
I would never in my life expected you to pick this
I would
movie.
never expect us to watch it. So I was like, I'm going to pick something because a lot of times I don't want to pick something we would watch together.
I know, but usually you pick like a documentary on Kiss or something.
Yeah, or a Motley Crue or something like that. Yeah, for sure. And I was thinking about the Red Sox one, but then I'm like, maybe this. I saw a little preview and I go, that looks kind of interesting. So I start the movie. And the premise of the movie is the mom has a successful company and the daughter doesn't know where she belongs.
And it's like a cosmetic company.
Yeah, cosmetic company. So the daughter ends up working for the mom. The mom gets cancer and dies. And they read the will and the mom says, I'm leaving the company to the son and the daughter-in-law. And
you're fired.
Your first thing to do is hire a new head of marketing. She's like, I'm the head of marketing. The lawyer says, not as of today, you're not. And so she's like, what the hell? Mom's doing this from the grave. And she was real close to her mom.
Right.
So he says, I need to talk to you privately.
Let's wrap this up quicker. Yes.
I need to talk.
Okay.
What's wrong with this?
I know. Because I don't want you, give the story away. People can watch it.
I need to talk to you privately.
So you're getting a little too detailed, I feel.
A life list.
Okay.
Of a list that she did when she was 13 and left her a DVD to talk about it.
Okay.
And it was kind of emotional and it was kind of touching.
Did you cry?
Carly was over here and I'm telling her about it and she's crying and you're rushing me through the story.
I just don't want you to give too many details.
Who cares?
Don't just spoil
Half the people already saw it probably.
Probably not.
That was the thing I just told you was the first 5 minutes of the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like 10 minutes of the movie, then it goes on about the list and everything. But I recommend watching it.
Passionate about this.
It's a fantastic movie.
Okay.
And it's very touching. And she finishes the mom's sentences or watching in videos and stuff. So I thought it was really cool. And our friend Carly was over and I was telling her about it and she actually started crying.
Right.
Well, my explanation.
Well, because I think
and you're not even doing anything.
No.
You're just staring at me like I'm an idiot. Tell me to wrap it up.
I did. Yes. Well, I didn't want to give too many details. One.
Okay.
That was why. I didn't want you to spoiler people.
Who cares? No one cares about that. People have already seen it. It's brand new on Netflix. But anyway, watch it.
Not seen
The Life List. Another one we watched on Netflix was The Hating Game.
Right.
That was good. The Hating Game.
That was cute with a Lucy. I love a Lucy Hale from Pretty Little Liars. She is cute. She had a cute hairstyle that I copied the other night. I think it worked well.
It's about two couples where they like hate on each other, but they really like each other.
They work together, but they hate each other.
Yeah.
But they actually have secret crushes on each other.
Right. Typical kind of movie, but it was.
Look at a Hallmark. You love it.
Yeah.
Oh, it was like a Hallmark with cussing and sex. So it was great.
Yeah, Hallmark, cussing, sex, and like pot and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was
kind of good.
So I enjoyed it.
I actually enjoyed it too.
I've been making you watch these light, airy movies.
Speaking of light and airy.
Yeah.
Sounds like you last night in bed.
I was light and airy?
No, the night. Okay, do you want me to tell you something? The night you came home from your work dinner.
I was gassy? While sleeping?
I don't know if you know I was sleeping or up, but I was sleeping and you let the biggest fart.
I was awake still?
I don't know.
Oh.
I didn't move. I didn't budge. I act like I didn't even hear it, but oh my God.
Well,
and
you have zero room to talk.
Right. I'm assuming.
Calling the kettle black there.
Right. Real quickly, the Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Yeah.
They had the reunion. We watched that one.
Done
I was glad this one's over. But this girl, Garcelle. She walked out on everything.
She did at the end when they were taking their like cheers.
Was she that mad or not or whatever? She was that mad during the
because she quit after that.
She quit the whole show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not really positive why she was so mad about. I'm not gonna lie, but
no one can figure it out.
I think she just kind of was like this like group of friends isn't genuine and I'm sick of this bullshit that we're this like game we're playing.
I'm sure people listening know what we're talking about, but yeah, she walked out of the whole thing.
Yeah. So no Garcelle next season.
And then the Valley started.
The Valley
and we
did
watched
start
the
this
Valley.
week. You loved the Valley.
The Valley, no one is likable in the Valley.
It's kind of true.
Except the only person that's likable on the Valley might be that guy Danny's wife, who's the beauty queen.
Right.
She's pretty likable. And the other one that's likable, Brittany's kind of likable. But that's about it, I think. Everybody else, you got a bad taste in your mouth almost. They're kind of nasty people.
I kind of agree with that, I think.
Even Brittany's getting to be a little bit of a nasty taste.
Well, it's because she's
bagging on Jack, but she goes back with him. You know,
she does not go back with him.
Not back with him, but she does stuff with him. And,
well, it's her baby daddy.
Yeah,
they're legally married still.
Yeah, and Jax is out there. He's got problems.
Well, he came out. All this shit came out that he's like a coke addict and all this shit. So he's not in his right mind.
He's a mess. I did like it that Schwartz was on there though.
That's because Schwartz doesn't have a job.
Right.
So he's like hitting up the Valley and
all the podcasts
and Summer House and
oh yeah, he's just guesting.
He's like, I need a paycheck, guys. Where can I guest star?
Right. And a bunch of big stuff this week. But the bucktooth girl on the White Lotus. What's her name?
Yeah, I don't know.
I can't remember her name.
I do not know her name.
They made fun of her on Saturday Night Live, and I guess it was in poor taste.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
It's like I don't know why they're making so much fun of her.
I mean, that's what they do. Generally.
I think she's really cute.
I don't know what the skit was, so I don't know what they're making fun of her.
Well, either way, but I mean, just watching the White Lotus, she's so unique and cute.
But the
buck teeth doesn't bother me at all.
They made fun of. I don't know if they made fun of her teeth, or I don't know what they made fun of.
I mean, she's kind of sexy too. Do you not agree?
Yeah.
I think she's a little bit sexy.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
But and then the last little recap here we're doing is You is coming out.
Yeah.
You.
Did you know? Only because I got this on my Goodreads app literally today. That You is a book. They adapted it from a book.
I mean, I would assume, but I don't know.
I didn't assume that. So then now I'm like, oh, I kind of want to read the book.
Yeah, he's like the stalker, and yeah,
he's a killer.
Well, a stalker, then a killer.
But I feel like is someone coming back? I don't know. I can't remember. The preview for it was great.
Well, it looked like Love is coming back.
I think Love's dead though. But she burned in the house fire. Remember?
So it's must be reminiscing.
I think they were like looking back on all the
people. But the one girlfriend is not dead. The first girlfriend, the one that's mean to him. And
the very first one.
She's just as bad as he is.
Yeah, so she's
still
coming
around.
back.
So maybe she's coming back. I don't know.
I'm excited though.
But
I weirdly also heard how we turned on Radio Andy on my way home from work or something, and Penn Badgley was on, like a town hall with Andy Cohen, and they were talking about his like chest hair. Because he's like extremely hairy.
Yeah, I've seen.
And so he kind of like said something like, "Hey, are you hairy?" And he's like, weirdly, the only place I'm hairy is my chest.
That's weird.
And they're like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, it's." He's like, "I'm."
Like his legs aren't hairy.
I mean, not like extremely.
Yeah.
He's like, "It just." He's like, "I got a lot of chest hair. I don't know why." And he's like, "Well, do you like manscape?" And he's like, "I normally do not, but they did for the show."
They trimmed it for the show, and he's still that hairy.
Yes.
Oh, jeez.
So I was like, "Huh, okay."
That's interesting. He has his shirt off kind of a lot.
Or like a V-neck.
Yeah, V-neck. You always see, yeah.
So he's just a hairy-chested fella.
Right.
To each their own, I guess.
That guy's a good actor.
He is.
Like, I think he's a really phenomenal actor, actually.
You liked him in Gossip Girl?
I didn't really. I didn't care about Gossip Girl, but I like him in that. He definitely is, seasoned as an actor.
Yes.
So that's pretty good. Life of Their podcast is brought to you by Petrilla Concrete Construction. Happy Easter, Mark and Mel.
Oh, okay. I was all,
Mom and Dad, we got to call Mark and Mel, see what they're up to tomorrow. Just say Happy Easter. Maybe we'll call them tonight. And Michael Weems' collection. Think Michael Weems celebrates Easter?
I'd say yes.
I'd say he does. He's on Palm Canyon Drive in Palm Springs, and you can get some of his shit at
michaelweems.com.
Yes, and if you like this podcast, rate us a 5 or follow us, subscribe, share us with a friend. You can copy a link, share us. That helps us out a lot. We would really, really appreciate it. And dear, it's that time. Last call. So who are we cheersing today?
I would like to cheers to our new landscaper.
Oh, me. I'm the new landscaper. I would cheers my dad for loaning me his lawnmower.
Right.
And I would cheers
like it's hot out there.
Depot for driving me crazy and buying a new lawnmower. And I would cheers Walmart for making me realize why I hate it.
Today has been a great day.
Subscribe or follow us on wherever you listen to your podcast, or just go to our website at lifewitheric.com.
And don't forget to follow us on social media for updates and a closer look into my life with Eric. To all of our listeners out there, remember, it's always happy hour here.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Love you, baby.
Love you, baby.